Hello there, friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new around these parts, hello. Thank you so much for clicking. In today's video, I'm doing another plan with me for the week of July 22nd. I so desperately am trying to get through these last couple of summer spreads. I feel heavily unmotivated to do this a voiceover. And I'm exhausted, but I just gotta get through it. But I do love chatting with you all. I think part of the reason is I don't love how this spread turned out too. So I don't know. I'm not feeling hype, but I feel like my mood overall is kind of just not in the best place, but we're going to do it anyway. Cause why not? And who knows, maybe I'll catch a flow of something to chat with y'all about that will get me excited. But anyways, second to last summer spread, I'm using this Miami kit from Caress Press. Of course, the kit and the art are gorgeous. This is not a knock on either of those things. I just didn't like how the whole spread came together, and I'll get into why I think that was in a sec. But I'm using the Miami kit from Caress Press, and I paired it with a couple of things. So I'm using, as you can see, these pink hollow solid underlays, everything, all the foils from Plan With Me stickers. So I'm using this pink hollow solid underlays. I pulled in the Beach Babe foil bundle as well in pink hollow. I pulled in certain elements of it. And then I also use the checkered palm tree underlays in seafoam. And I think that's where I went wrong, y'all. I think if I would have just stuck to using the full Beach Babe foil bundle, I would have liked it better, like just with the rippled water underlays, I think is what they're called. I think I would have liked it better than this combo. I don't know. I'm not feeling this combo at all. I don't know what it is. You would think that it'd be good because both of these colors are in the kit, but I'm just not here for it. And sometimes that happens. You're going to love some spreads. You're going to not love some of them. It's all good. But, yeah, this was the week before my birthday week. So I do love next week's spread, which will be the last summer spread of the semester, bro. Work seeping into my brain, which work has actually been stressful lately. We'll get to that later. But yeah, this is my second to last summer spread. My spread next week, I actually really love how it turned out. So I'm hoping I'll be a little more amped for that voiceover than I am for this one, but hopefully you guys don't mind. I just had to come as I am today. I just couldn't do all the things. I just had to come as I am today. So hopefully y'all are okay with that. But this week was the week that my mom went in for surgery. So obviously it was a stressful week. I feel like most of my weeks this year specifically are stressful weeks. I feel like I'm saying this every week. It's sad, but true. So, of course, I was very anxious about that, but also trying to manage my feelings around it to keep my mom calm. And, of course, she was anxious too, but, you want her to be calm going into surgery. You don't want her, with high anxiety, because that would exacerbate other problems, etc. So, but it went well. Like, she's fine. She's doing good. She had the surgery this week, and then I stayed with her for a few days. I think I stayed with her like Wednesday through Saturday or Wednesday through Friday, something like that, which was actually really nice. I didn't get any sleep because I just have a really hard time sleeping in places that are not my bed. There are very few places that I sleep well when it's not my bed, like very few places. So I was struggling with sleep, but it was nice to spend time with her. Like, we watched some TV, we watched some I Love Lucy, which we used to do when I was little. So that was nice. It just felt like home. It just felt nostalgic. It felt warm. It felt comforting. And I think we both needed that, given the year that we have had together. So it was really nice to spend time with her. And I was just kind of making sure that she was recovering okay. And she did really well. She's a trooper. She's a little lady, but she's such a trooper. So yeah, that was kind of the week. Other than that, my brother did come over this, sorry, y'all. This weekend to see my mom because he knew about the surgery. So it was nice that, I could stay with her like 2 or 3 days, and then she still wasn't alone. So I would say for a good week after, she had someone there, because my brother stayed for like 2 to 3 days too. So that was really good. I got to see my nephew, and since my birthday was the following week, my brother got me a cake, which was very sweet of him. It's kind of like tradition in the family. We both laugh because it's the worst kept secret, but it is what it is. But my nephew is so funny, y'all. Kids are hilarious because he's just like, he's so excited for cake, and we're at my mom's, all of us, and like, I know about the cake, but I think my nephew thought it was supposed to be a surprise. So he'd be like, Dad, where's the cake for Auntie? Like, when are we going to cut the cake? And I can hear him because he's like 10 feet away from me, but he's a kid. So he's like telling him, and he's trying to like use his quiet voice. Not in this 800 square foot apartment, sir. Not happening. But it was very sweet. He was pumped for cake, and he's just such a sweet pea. My nephew is just the cutest and just the sweetest. So it was nice to spend time with them. I spent a little bit of time with them, and it was nice to know that Mom had some care too. So, and just that she was surrounded by love. I think she really appreciated it, because unfortunately I feel like sometimes families only get together, holidays sometimes, or, when things are not great, and that's kind of a bummer. But and luckily she was fine, but like, it took like a surgery or a holiday or something, and we don't get to have that time together very often. It did feel really different without my dad around, and my nephew, who's so sweet, picked up on it, and we, he's just a kid, so explaining like what's going on to him is really a lot. So I just kind of left it up to my brother, and I think he decided to kind of leave it, as it is, without getting into too much detail of what's actually going on. But he kept commenting that he missed his grandpa, and it was just, just breaks your heart. You just, how do you explain that to a kid? It's so hard to explain. So, bittersweet times over here, but we're hanging and thankful that we were able to have the time together. So that was most of this week. Otherwise, not a ton going on this week, just trying to stay afloat, honestly, with the surgery and things. I was grateful that I was able to take time off, but it was summertime, so that's usually much easier to do in the summer when you work in education, generally speaking. So anyways, real time. What's going on real time? I'm trying to think of what I can chat with you guys about, because let's be honest, I've really talked through plans. So whatever I tell you is happening real time. Whenever that plan with me comes along, we'll probably be chatting about other things. But real time is September 29th, and I have filmed my September kit lineup. Yup, I know, finally. So I'm hoping that will go up, and this video will go up soon. And I'm trying to finalize my October kit lineup. And I'm also trying to work on November, so I can like finally post them like in a timely manner. I don't know that will happen, but I have high hopes. So we'll see what happens. But I figured I'd give you guys a shop update while we're, talking about kit lineups and whatnot. I don't think I'm going to have any more releases for the rest of the year, so I'm trying to decide when the shop will close. I will, of course, close for the rest of the year. I will, of course, post on social media. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do, so you don't miss anything important happening with the shop. But I will be closing at some point. I'm thinking either mid or late October, so I'll give you guys a heads up. I will also let you know if there are any kits that will be leaving shop. There probably will be. So I will also give you a heads up on that as well, just because I'm so small, it's hard to carry a large amount, not even a large amount, because large is relative to the shop. It's hard to carry a lot of collections, and manage that. So I really actually try to keep inventory smallish, or at least manageable. So right now it is manageable. But I definitely have moments where it feels a little crazy. So I'm probably going to have some kids leaving the shop. I will let you guys know as soon as I make that determination. I'll try to give, a decent amount of time for folks to pick anything up if they want to. There are some things that will be staying in shop, so, you'll have time to get them when I reopen. But I just don't think there's anything else that I need to release for the rest of the year. I also need to just kind of make sure I'm taking care of my mental health and juggling a lot of different balls in the air at the moment. So it's really just going to be a peace of mind if the shop is closed. We'll see how things pan out. I might do one more release for the year, but I'm leaning towards the shop will probably be closed for the rest of the year. So if I do have a release, it will be a surprise even to me at this point, because there's nothing really in the tank for me. But I would like to start working on things for next year. I'm trying to be a little bit better about planning ahead, essentially, which sometimes is so hard to do, but trying to plan ahead of what I want to release, and then based off that, when it would need to be released in shop, and kind of working backwards. So if I know when it should be released in shop so that you guys get it in a timely manner, then I can figure out when I need to start mood boarding, when I need to start designing. So I'm trying to be a little bit better about that. And I think that if I just close the shop, it'll allow me to focus on getting things ready that I'd like to release for next year. So let me know down below if there's anything that you want to see for 2025, any themes you want to see, any kits you want to see, that you haven't seen in the community, or maybe that you have seen but you want to see again in the community. Let me know down below. I have a couple of things that I would definitely like to work on. So I have some ideas about things I'd like to bring to life next year, and I'm really excited as always for y'all to see the finished product. I'm excited myself to see the finished product, so I can't wait to share those things with y'all. And while we're at it, I can thank you so much for this year of your support and your love and your encouragement and your kind words. I'm just always floored at the fact that this is my life, so always floored, but so grateful to y'all for all of the support. So I'm excited to see what I can bring to you next year, and I hope it's just as great or greater than what I've been able to bring to you this year. So so that's the shop update. It's going to be quiet. I don't anticipate doing any Black Friday sales. For those of you who may be thinking I might, I don't anticipate doing it. I really want to take time to myself for the rest of this year. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I work in higher education, and the fall semester is just really a lot. So it takes a lot of my energy, a lot of my mental capacity. So it's really hard to focus on the shop. Honestly, summertime is probably the easiest time to focus on the shop, but I don't tend to have a ton of releases in the summer until we get closer to... Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm sleepy still. Apparently I did not have enough caffeine today, but I really don't tend to release those things until we get closer to the end of the summer, which is when things slowly start to ramp up. So I had my big birthday sale in August, which I'm hoping I can plan better for next year and have it earlier, because August was rough trying to kind of get all the orders out, and it was pretty much during the time that we were dealing with the first week of class activities, festivities, all the things. So that was a lot, to be honest. So I'm going to try to, again, in an effort to plan better, take probably the rest of the year off from the shop. So it'll be dormant and quiet over here, but I hope that that also allows me to get back to doing spreads and filming, because it does, it takes away from it. There's a reason why a lot of shop owners don't plan. Many of them don't, or I shouldn't say don't plan. I should say don't plan on camera. I should rephrase. Many of them probably do plan, but I mean, don't keep up as much with a YouTube channel, a planning YouTube channel specifically. I feel like there's a lot of small business owners that don't. So because it takes up a lot of time, it's a lot of time and effort to run a business. So, and energy and money. Ooh, emphasis on the money. So, you know, it's making sense, but I never want to, hopefully, as long as I still love it, I always want to come back here because this was home first. You know what I mean? Like, this is the stress reliever, the way I built a community. Like, this was the base, this was the foundation. So I don't ever really want to leave this space as long as it still fills me in the way it does now. So, yeah. So that's a shop update. What else is going on in my life? I'm trying to think. I was just so busy today. What did I do? I met, oh my gosh, it's so cute, y'all. So I think I told you guys, oh, this may be the first plan with me that I'm chatting about this, because I think in my last plan with me, my mom hadn't moved yet, but she moved into her new place. It took all of my soul, y'all. When I tell you that I was so exhausted because we had to move in a very short period of time in between just a whole lot of shit that was happening. We really didn't have a lot of time to like organize, like pack, like label boxes. Like we were really like crunch time. Like it was like throw things in a box, and we tried to weed out the things we didn't need as much as possible. But it was a struggle, and we had movers that helped move the bulk of things, but because we didn't have a lot of time to pack, not everything was packed. So we ended up moving things on our own, and because it was so short notice, there really wasn't a lot of available help. So it was basically me and my mom, but my mom, of course, is an elderly woman with health conditions, so I didn't really want her moving boxes up and down stairs. So guess who was moving them boxes up and down them stairs? Yo, girl. And let me tell you that the day that we had to give the keys into the old apartment, you guys, I was going from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. moving shit. Like, I was so like, I can't even think of the word. Like, exhausted doesn't cover it. Fatigue doesn't cover it. Like, I was dead. I think in my September kit lineup, which I don't think you guys have seen yet because I'm hoping this will go up first, but I think in my September kit lineup, I said something like, I'm going to use this haunted kit because I felt dead. I felt like death after. And y'all, I really did. It was so hard, and I was so exhausted. That week was, whew, that week was wild. It really was. That it wasn't even a full week, but it was just so busy. But that one day where I had to move all those boxes out under a time crunch, I was like, bro. And mom did help, but eventually I had to just send her home. I was like, yeah, you're not doing anything else because I need you to be okay. Like, I don't need any more hospitalizations. I don't need to deal with the healthcare system any more than I already do. I'm good. So I was tired, y'all. Moving is not for the faint of heart. But even more so when you need to move in a hurry. Like, that's a whole nother, like, moving itself is terrible, but moving in a hurry is next level. So I was absolutely dead that day, but it was such a relief to finally hand in those keys. And I feel like I still haven't fully recovered because we've had like family in town. It's just been a mess. Just a mess after a mess of a time. Just chaotic, I shouldn't say. It wasn't necessarily all mess because I was really grateful to see my family, but I'm just like, y'all know that we just moved, right? Like, okay, we're doing this. So again, so grateful that they came to visit, as they're lovely, like lovely, but like, y'all could give me a few more weeks to get my shit together because, woo, it was a lot. But she's there. All that to say, that was the longest tangent ever. She is there and she's doing well. And we met today with the resident coordinator. She lives in like a building that's like for the elderly. So they have a lot of services in place. And oh my gosh, you guys, they're so sweet. She was so lovely. She was like, here's the services we offer. Here's bingo night. Here's activities. Here's field trips. Do you need help with anything? Like home care, blah, blah. I'm like, what is this gold mine of a place, bro? It's just, so it's all for the better. You know, all of the, the millions of mountains I had to climb to make this work were worth the climb. And I think hopefully we can finally transition into, you know, calmer times for her as we get her settled and stuff. But, you know, it takes time after you move to get settled anyway. So it'll be a minute, but it's so good to know that she is in I think a safer, more secure place. That's already like catering to the things that she probably does need or will need in the future. So it's been all good. But it was really nice to be with her. She was very, very sweet. And then I felt bad because there was a woman waiting outside her office, and we just took up so much of her time because, of course, mom had questions, and she was like lovely about it. And I was like, we can come back because I know there's someone waiting for you. And like, we didn't make an appointment. We just showed up, like my mom showed up, and then I joined after. But I was like, we didn't make an appointment. Like, it's totally fine if you need to take this person or meet with this person. And she was like, oh no, don't worry about it. Like, you know, I just try to focus on whoever I'm meeting with at the time and just give them my full attention. And I was like, okay, but I feel really bad. So yeah, she was super sweet. And y'all, okay, this is polarizing. Just save me your opinions. I don't want to hear it. Because I know what some of y'all are going to say, but she had, oh my gosh, my mom was so excited because she gave her a little like pumpkin, like fall themed lanyard for her keys, and she had it around her neck. She was so excited about this damn lanyard. I was like, is that all you need to get excited, mother? Because I'm about to buy you a lanyard because that's just quick and easy. But she was very excited about her little gift. And the coordinator had like the office like decorated for fall and like Halloween, and she had a plate of candy corn. Like, just a plate. And I'm like, it's too early to eat this, right? Because I'm one of those crazy people that likes candy corn. Within reason, y'all. I don't think that it's something that I can eat all the time because it's crazy sweet, obviously. It's just like, it's sugar upon sugar. It's like sugar concentrated in sugar. But I do like it. And I know some of y'all are like, ew, yuck, how can you eat that? It's trash. I know. I got it. I understand. But I like it. So I avoided eating it, and the little like pumpkin ones too. I avoided eating it, but I was also like, girl, how you sit in this office all day and not eat that? Anyways, y'all, that's my rambles for this plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed my madness. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more planning content, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.